she said, I feel guilty, I might as well just plead my case. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. Bad boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check, 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 check. Going up, going up, going up. We in this, we gonna. Going up, going up, going up. Did it like my persona. Going up, going up, going up. Maybe no was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Now we pull up in the Fondas. Go up, walk in, show up, baby, hold up, go up, boy, don't touch, we flow, go up, go up, go up.
Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig deep, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so watch and learn. I heard a voice of his broken hymn saying, "I'm not, this is who I am." I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher and higher. Feel the flame. Hold on, I can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? No, don't let it bring you down. Look up and see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Break that wall, let the spirit flow. I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. Going higher and higher, higher and higher. Keep running, keep running, keep running.
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Look, you're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Wanna come round there like a bad boy, do it. Want all the talking, go on and do it. Running through the party, bottle of rolls on my ear saying storms, don't do it. Double on my shoulder, I don't.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches to come their way. It's Todd Gurley's Rams going up against Ezekiel Elliott's Cowboys.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's caught by Bryant. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Last year, Gurley, 74% of LA's carries. That's the highest percentage in the league.
But no real payoff because they finished 31st in the league in rushing. I think as a team, they ran for 78 yards per game. They had a 1,000-yard receiver in Kenny Britt out wide, but they really didn't scare people downfield. And because of that, they stacked the line of scrimmage and stuffed the run game.
Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, and this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, But that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Morris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. As an athlete, going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Robert Quinn with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Now the 7th-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we still got 3 quarters to go.
Now it's gone. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The rookie from Michigan, Taco Charlton. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw, Goff. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. His throw incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. And the tight end goes in motion left. Third and long. It's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The rookie from Michigan, Taco Charlton. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a 2nd straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Prescott on 1st down. Flushed out right. Bryant with a catch right side. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. The numbers for Dak as a rookie last year are still kind of mind-boggling. And you look at QB rating. Dak was 104.9. Now, among full-time quarterbacks, only 2 Super Bowl quarterbacks, Matt Ryan and Tom Brady, were higher.
And look who we finished ahead of. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. Amazing.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Second down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Prescott from the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down, Prescott. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So a collective holding a breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. Moore now. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Moore now, from the gun, he'll throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Stays on his feet. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
David Irving with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Play clock winding down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. First down, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, they run with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Here's Goff. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. Dodges him at the 50. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Morris. And down to the 36-yard line here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Alfred Morris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Second quarter in Cleveland, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Goff now looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On first down, gone. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They run with Morris. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
third and short yardage. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mark Barron in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Trying to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 2nd and 10. Gone. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Give him 2 on the play there. And the Rams are going to get a first down. Here's Davis now. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The rookie from Michigan, Taco Charlton. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. In motion right is Watkins. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He dumps off to Morris. Remember to keep it up. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alfred Morris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he knocks it through. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Rams on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. McFadden. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Time running out here on the play clock. They run for it with Morris. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Big Alfred Morris unable to find his way to the marker. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. One to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Back to throw, Goff. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Stephen Paya. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Rams on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They run. It's Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now it's Morris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Prescott looks to throw on first. Buying time to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Alfred Morris that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Gone. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Stephen Paya breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. Put on that play.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Sean Lee from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.